Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Hey, this ain't no fucking purse. I'm the big dilf. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid act, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
If rap is the block or a spot, I'll be
Grrr.
Get. We in here. MUNFU podcast, episode 24. 24 hours in the day, 24 hours in that show. That was called 24. Anyway, we
What?
in here.
Wait, Kobe's number's 24? Wait, yep, Kobe.
Yesterday was Michael, today's Kobe.
Facto.
If Jeezy paying LeBron, I'm paying Dwayne Wade.
Grrr.
Need y'all to know that. Anyway,
Whole
so
lot of gang shit.
we gonna talk about this. Let's talk about it. Mr. Colson Baker, a.k.a.
The nigga from the movie that got shot, and if he didn't get shot because the Colson Baker in the movie with the Colson Baker because Eminem said Colson Baker kill shot. Get the fuck out of here.
So Colson, my man Colson, he had a Breakfast Club interview today. We're gonna go outside real quick so I can really get my Hillary Duffy bag. So he had his Breakfast Club interview today. And talk about the Binge EP that drops tonight at midnight. I won't be live streaming it tonight, but we're going to be doing a breakdown on Friday's live stream about the whole project.
My nigga got the farmer. My nigga a full farmer right now.
Probably going to go ahead and, do live reactions with y'all and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so...
I feel you, dog.
So what we talking about is the Breakfast Club interview. It was only 39 minutes, but they covered a lot. Good, I'm glad that happened. I thought it was going to be longer, honestly, with how viral MGK is right now. But I think they covered everything. What do you think about it as an interview off top? This is an interview, not of what he said right now.
I mean, I wasn't mad that it was 39 minutes just because...
you don't want to drag it.
That and I didn't feel like it was 39 minutes. I felt like they talked about everything that they needed to, and I feel like they didn't, leave a lot of time for extra bullshit, which was cool.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. That's the best Breakfast Club interview for probably since Tekashi.
Facts. Literally.
A lot of people told me the wrestling was good too. I didn't really watch it.
I don't. I can't do that. I can't do the Russ interview because I can't listen to somebody.
Anyway,
say that.
that's beside the point.
Diddy called in that interview.
Huh?
Diddy called in that interview.
I
think Diddy got that interview.
Oh, Diddy called in that interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, but I don't think that. I think the Breakfast Club. Anybody needs an MGK interview right now. Every platform needs an MGK interview. I bet you the MGK's email is flooded with everybody trying to email. Because if you have MGK's face, MGK's name, and Eminem on YouTube right now, you about to eat like it's about to be crazy. So
yeah, that's a fact.
So I think they wanted it. But okay, so let's get into the interview. I wish I would have wrote stuff down because when I did my initial reaction, which should be up right now, I kind of was freestyling it, but you started off. What was the first thing you thought of the full interview of what? Because what was the first thing they asked him about the Eminem situation?
All right, so this is my take. MGK to me at first was very genuine. He was making it to a point where it's almost hard to dislike him because of the things he was saying, the way he was approaching some of the questions and stuff like that. It was just it seemed like where he was coming from was a genuine standpoint. He kind of clarified the whole, what this all started with the whole Haley situation about what he said.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, though. I thought, and I said this on my reaction, I thought it was very, very, very strange how hard they downplayed that. I think it was because he was like, yeah, as a father, I know that's messed up, but I ain't say nothing agreed. I ain't say nothing like violent or nothing. I'm like, I don't think that's the point. Like, I think the point is you were in your 20s and she was 16. Like that's the thing that like where I also think like people like, because he tried to be like, oh, well, you talk about Christopher Reeves and dead people's like, bro, if you're talking about how like somebody's underage daughter is hot, and his excuse was, oh, I didn't know her age at the time.
Yeah, but no, I feel
we gonna kill Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he was literally like a year older than her, than that girl that he didn't even end up doing anything with. But MGK gets a pass because he didn't know.
I mean, I think more the way, that's what I'm saying though. That's exactly what I mean. Your perception of that, I feel what you're saying, but the way that he was answering the questions seems so genuine that I feel like that's why they let that shit rock, because the way he answered it was like, yo, I said that, I made a mistake. I didn't realize she was 16. I went and I said, I tried to reach out and apologize. And he said, I deleted the tweet and shit like that. So he was like,
but he said, I wouldn't publicly apologize. Fam.
No, that's a fact. But
that's so corny and weird to me. First of all, he should have done that for his own PR. If M doesn't come out and say anything, you should probably apologize for saying a 16-year-old girl is hot. You should probably do that. You should probably at least come out and make some sort of public statement
and say,
I didn't know, blah, blah, this, that, and the third. But to literally just I apologize, but you ain't gonna make me publicly apologize. That's the thing I don't understand. If you diss me or disrespect me publicly, coming in private behind closed doors and apologizing makes you a bitch. Like, nah, you had that smoke for me publicly, do it publicly.
But see, that's what I'm saying is that the way he answered that shit, though, he tried to spin that shit in a genuine way. And that's why I feel like they left him alone about it. I feel like that's why they were... Because all of them, once he answered it like that, they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I see.
They do that because they're media personalities. And media personalities are only them when the person they're talking about is not around. So it doesn't matter who's there. They're gonna ride. Like, so... Well, I thought that was funny that they tried to display that like that's not a good reason to start a beef.
Definitely
that's not
a good reason. And I thought it was... Sorry, go ahead.
I don't understand why he keeps saying things like, and then he tried to block my career. I don't understand why he did that. Yeah, because he's trying to get rid of me. Like,
facts.
Bruh, people just be, and that's why I kind of feel bad. I'm mad at Eminem for in those interviews when he tried to act like, I would have just doubled down. Yeah, try to get him out of here.
Exactly. That's how I felt about it.
On the same record label, you talking about my daughter? What?
Yeah.
Why is that not understandable?
Right. I don't know. That's 100% how I felt about it too. Because when I was thinking about it, I was like, bruh, I mean, why wouldn't a nigga who has the power to get you the fuck out of there not get you the fuck out of there for a situation
people have gotten the F out of hip hop for so much less. People have gotten people out because they didn't like they felt like they were copying them.
Facts.
Like, what are we talking about right now? I swear, like, hip-hop be so conveniently picking and choosing when it wants to be hip-hop. Like that whole Drake and Kid Cudi thing where I'm like, bro, stop being soft, son. Like,
but see, I don't think MGK was trying to come up as soft. I think that was more, I think the whole public apology thing showed more of like arrogance. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't want to seem like F guy publicly.
And that was the moment that when I started like looking at it and I was like, okay, yeah, this is no longer like so much genuine. Like, you starting to kind of see like the weirdness behind it. Like I understand.
My bad, go ahead.
I mean, I didn't know that MGK sold 20 million records before.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing about MGK, and I've been said this. MGK, regardless if he sold 20 million records, I'm going to keep it a buck. This is still by far the biggest he's been. And I'm going to keep it another buck. We're going to have to go back and analyze those 20 million.
Yeah.
Before I make a full statement on that, I need to break that down because that sounds weird. If he sold 20, more power to him. But that would mean he sold more records than like... Because he's counting like I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he might have, because if he had a number one, he had that song that was a number one song in the country. So I mean, that could be valid. He might have sold
20 billion.
He could have sold, dog. For all we know, he could have sold 19 million for that one song. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that song was a number one song in the country,
nigga, Get Rich or Die Trying sold 30. I don't think that's.
Yeah, no. Get Rich or Die Trying sold 13 million copies. He's saying he sold 20 million records, period. That's different. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's not the same thing.
I mean, but he's a mixtape rapper, so that's not that crazy.
But I'm saying that's like rapper Jedi mind tricks. Where to the fan you hear 20 million, but that's not the same as saying I've gone 20 times platinum.
No, that's a fact, but I'm saying that what I think he's...
Is it?
No, it's not. Okay. This is the thing. Okay, so when I look at MGK, I think a lot of people, like I think I said this yesterday on the episode, or whatever day we did the last episode, that MGK, I think, was a known I think people knew who MGK was, but didn't know what they knew MGK for, if that makes sense. They knew the name, but couldn't put a face, couldn't put a song or anything to it. He has had big records like Tory Lanez, same shit. Tory Lanez another nigga who, dog, he have a big ass record and people don't even know who it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this definitely made him known more. But I don't know, man. I don't know, son. It's overall, to me, like, the interview was cool, but there was definitely parts where I was like, bro, you tripping, my nigga. You now.
Can I get my psychology back for a second? I think from analyzing, because you never listen to what somebody's saying. You don't listen to what they're saying. You listen to in-betweens.
Yeah.
And you listen to the themes that keep coming up. The theme that kept coming up in that the most at MGK is, I am fighting against the world. I am the underdog.
Facts.
People are making it harder for my career. I'm fighting with just myself. I don't feel like he thinks he won. I don't think he feels like he won.
He was trying to take weird justifications on why
he never came out and just say, I bodied him.
No, he didn't.
Everything was about how Eminem's responses wasn't what he thought they were going to be.
He's like, dude, he came with man bun bars. And it's like, you're not going to use 2 seconds of the song to ignore the other 4 minutes and 19 seconds.
Especially when your opening line was weird beard.
Yeah, that's like, come on, my nigga. Like, I don't know. With that kind of shit.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Because that was the part of the interview where I started getting like, all right, bro, like, you kind of talking dumb now, because I feel what you're saying, but like, my nigga, like, if we looking at the facts right now, like, what's in front of us, like, on Wax, bar for bar, he said, I went bar for bar with Eminem, bro.
He didn't say he won.
He did not go bar for bar with Eminem, my nigga.
But notice how saying bar for bar does not mean that you think you won.
No. Because he's trying to say, I went toe-to-toe with a giant. Like, who else? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Everybody I beef with, you know, he does this, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and then this nigga does that. But the thing is, that's so crazy. Is like, bro, all you did was make a song and put a diss record out. He was, like, bragging about it being in 4 hours, like, dog, you an artist, like, you should be prepared for stuff like that. Nigga,
this is what we're going to stop doing. We're going to stop using the time in which it took people to create music and using that as a accolade. Because I'm seeing that starting to happen. I'm seeing that when people are saying, well, Kill Shot was wrote in 10 minutes. Now I'm hearing, well, I did that in 4 hours. Like, bro, we don't care.
We don't care about that shit. We don't care.
That doesn't matter. What you gave us is what you gave us. I don't care how much time. And I feel like that's a cop-out.
It's a fact.
That's a way of saying, well, it might not be, I could have done better if I would have had more time. But it's like, well, then you should have took more time.
Yeah, like, when nobody tell you, don't nobody tell you to do that shit. He's like, man, as soon as I heard that, I had to put something out. And I'm like, I mean, you could have taken it. I don't know. He knows that he's getting the clout. I mean, 100%. He knows he's getting the clout.
That made me kind of salty where he was like trying to act as if this wasn't really helping him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about it too.
Like, oh yeah, like shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
This is nothing to me. you know?
And I'm like,
And I'm
nigga,
like-
you've never been talked about. Like, come on, son, you can't do that. That's corny. I mean, he could
But then he
acknowledge.
also said, but what was weird is he also said, well, if this is what it took for people to know I could do this, it's like, bro, come on, bro.
He did contradict himself though with that, because he said that, but at the beginning of the interview, he was like, nigga, he literally said, yeah, I mean, this is making me big. Like, when he first came out, that's what I'm saying. It was like, you know what it was? I think it was because he was drinking. I dead ass think it was because he was drinking, because at the beginning of the interview, the way he came out, he was like, he even said, he was like, yeah, you know, like, this is obviously, you know, making me bigger, blah, blah, blah. But then when he came back, he said, oh, yeah, like, he tried to act like that. I don't know, son. That's just corny.
That's when he brought up how many records he sold.
Yeah.
He brought that up to try to, like, imply, like, I was straight without this.
Without it, yeah, and I'm going to keep doing it by myself. He was kind of taking that Russ stance, like, nobody can help me. Like, I'm the only person that can help me. I'm a man. I stand on my own, too, which is cool. But you're not going to say that because, nigga, like, the reason why people know about you right now is because of somebody else. And I don't think that that's crazy to admit. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know.
And another thing too, I agree with him when he was talking about, when he was taking the angle of, because we're going to talk about this. Because the reason why in all the other MUNFUs leading up to this, the live, I was telling people, leave MGK alone, don't do this, because what you do is you create a narrative now where it's like, when he said, I never see so many grown men crying about this, that's true, because it makes it look like people who are faking booze, people who are talking about ghostwriters and they know there's not ghostwriters. It's like, why are you throwing these things in if you believe your man won?
Yeah.
Like, don't do that for me. If I'm in a battle, if I'm ever battling 3 rounds and I feel like I killed somebody or I feel like I lost, don't come out, unless it's like some blatant, like, bruh. But don't come out and be like, you know, like caping for me, because then I was gonna look like I lost.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And it's gonna look like you don't believe I won. Like, and that's not you specifically. That's everybody who's watching this. Like, all of him getting attacked and this, it's painting a narrative as if the Eminem fan base is perturbed, but they shouldn't be. That's why I said everybody is taking this the weirdest way. Nobody should be mad at MGK. They should be happy.
They should be happy. That's what I honestly like. On yesterday's episode, there was a ton of comments, and I kept saying the same thing. People were like, oh, man, you know, fuck MGK and stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, like, how could you be mad at him for replying? Like, even, it don't matter. This is competition, bro. Hip-hop is competition, bro. We're not about to sit up here and act like this is not what people want to see. Like, I'm not going to say, Rap Devil was the best diss, but at least he's dissing this nigga, my nigga. Like, you got a nigga like Joe Budden who claims to be one of the best lyricists of all time, talking about a nigga saying that he's scared to approach him, this, that, and the third, but then when it comes down to it, he don't want to get on a record and rap.
Joe Budden literally was on his podcast talking about how he's been better than M for 10 years and has yet to say anything. That should be more...
That's fucking corny, bro.
That should be more people upset than MGK's response. And that's what I'm saying. Like, now, if you didn't want it to look like MGK's winning, that's his out. That's the life rap right now. Because it's like, oh, well, if I got all these people mad, I must have poked some nerve.
And we all know, though, but, you know, the thing is that a lot of time, like, I think, again, we spoke about how time, like, with disses kind of changes a lot of shit. And, you know, we don't know, like, how both of these tracks will age. Like, how in 2-3 years that one of this situation will look. You know, I will say one point that he made that was very, 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 very valid was about Eminem not doing interviews, and when he does do interviews, he only does interviews with people that are affiliated with him. So it's going to be biased. That's one thing that, as history goes, might look bad on M's part for not explaining certain situations. If they got another side of a nigga,
we gotta stop being such a recluse.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You gotta stop being such, because his paints are like holier than thou.
That's and that right now, that's the one thing that everybody that Eminem dissed has in common that has said. They have all said that he's a person, when it comes to working too, he thinks he's God and you have to go through 1,000 people to get to him, and that shit's not fair. That's what every single person has had in common about all of this entire situation.
If you're gonna be in this game, be in this game.
That's a fact.
I think the reason why the narrative has switched for M is because in the 90s and the 2000s, he was in the game. So there wasn't like a meme about this guy.
Yeah.
But when you're not in the game, people start feeling resent. Believe it or not, it's because they miss you.
Yeah.
When you leave, they get resentful because they miss your presence.
They kind of...
How dare you think you can still be a part of this culture and not let us see, touch, and consume you as much as the other people? That's really what... It's a selfish way of thinking, but... what it is.
I mean, it is selfish, but it's not in the same token, because part of that, like another thing I'll say that I agreed with the MGK is MGK said I'm a vulnerable person, and to me that just that goes back to being with the genuine standpoint at the beginning. He said I'm a vulnerable person, and to me that shows to people that you're a fucking person. You're not just a person that like people look at and you're just like an idol, and like everybody, because like I said, what happened?
I say you're not a theory, you're an actual living, breathing human being.
Yeah, that's a fact. And like that shit is just like, I don't know. That's one of those things that I do agree with him on that, because like overall that just shows that you're a person, man. Like you can't be walking around here, every person that you've literally done business with in the last 10 years have said kind of the same thing about how you do business. That kind of makes you like yeah, you need to like think about that and realize that that's affecting.
And that's why I said maybe, I can't remember if I said it in a MUNFU or if it was just me and you talking, but I said that M needs to do more with Boogie. Remember when I said that?
Yeah, that's a fact.
I was like, bro, I don't understand what's going on with that whole situation, because Boogie is so fired. Boogie could compete with Kendrick and shit like that. Like, I don't get why if M doesn't just do a song with him and just hold it, you know, like Drake did to him. So, I mean, that's my
I kind of feel like maybe M stopped doing that after 50. That was like literally 50 Cent was the last person that I can remember that M did that to. Because he didn't do that to Slaughterhouse. He didn't do that to
Exactly, but why though? Because look at how big 50 Cent got. 50 Cent was an anomaly. Why would you not? So why do you continue to have artists though?
I don't know. But see, maybe that goes back to why people feel that the way that they feel about him currently, and, you know, are doing the things that they're doing. I don't know. You know, like, I'm not trying to paint Eminem as a bad guy. I'm not saying that he is a bad guy. I'm just saying that, like, the common denominator in this situation, everybody has stated that they feel like Eminem is a person.
What?
The common denominator in this situation. Why you talking shit? You're stupid.
What is the common denominator?
It's that mumble rap shit, you heard? But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean, though.
Oh yeah, then when MGK said he called me a mumble rapper, like that's another thing too. I'm like, that comes from Eminem being detached, because MGK is not a why would you say that?
He's not at all. He's like literally. He's so much more Eminem than Lil Pump.
Like,
you know what I mean?
He's toured with Tech Nine. Like,
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, he's not like you can't use that. That's like calling. Man, listen.
It was some weird shit. It was definitely some weird shit, but it is what it is. Word. Yeah, man. Let us know in the comment section what y'all thinking. How you
Going
feel?
live on Friday.
Friday.
We're gonna talk about the Binge album. Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I might actually start at 7, depending how I'm feeling, but it is what it is. Probably 8, though.
Let us know, man, in the comment section. What you thinking about this MGK shit? Prophet, MUNFU, gang. Grr, bow.
Got poppin', got options, bro. I'm not bougie, just popular. My timeline, she's so popping up. So I had to follow her. Since I got bread, I don't talk to her. I still think of her to certain songs. The shit been better since she been gone. But that bitch up and left, I must have fucked her wrong. Sometimes I be wondering what she been on. But I don't text her, she takes too long. My niggas tonight gonna get drunk and fuck bitches. Get too faded and tell them me in love with her. My brother told me you know what that shit does to him. I wipe her tears with a bankroll. I bet when you kiss her you still taste queso. I know that type of shit will make you hate your hoe. That's some bullshit, my nigga, ain't it though? We them niggas no matter how you gon' play it. She said she loves her nigga, oh that's my favorite. I asked her has she been fucked by your gangster. Said the conversation, baby, let's get naked. I told Trump pass a bottle, let's get faded. You could try your luck, my nigga, come running up. You could ask about us, nigga, we running up. Bro, bitch, I can tell that you never been one of us. I like the way that beat go. I like the way that bitch go. Shorty put me on the show. This drink gotta come from all. Bustin' really let me know. These bottles are gone. What you got
It's all bad, man. Fuck that bullshit, little boy. It's all bad, man. I need this for the B-roll. We really riding around. If you ask me why it's Highlands that died, because it's Highlands that motherfucking died. We out here. Shout out my nigga Toast for the motherfucking cake. Shout out my nigga Moses on the whips. Shout out my nigga Chad. Shout out my nigga Tone, Trav, Wayne, Chicken, all them. We really getting money.
No Productions.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so one's enough. Project coming soon. 250, fuck him, man. And I'm still serving, yo, bitch. Fuck him, and I'm still serving, yo. Hold on. Superman, man. And we ride around in the Jeep. Ride around. Hey, baby. Grand Cherokee. We live, baby. Every day we live.